Sports YouTube channel. Today, folks, I want to talk to you about cards that used to be cool. If you've listened to my channel for a while, you've probably heard me say that one of my favorite, ASMR triggers related to sports cards is, sports card binders and, flipping of those plastic pages. I think the sound it makes is very relaxing. And yet there is precious little ASMR content with binder page flipping. So by the way, I know there's a number of people who've started their own ASMR sports card channels. After watching my content, and I try to support all those folks. Glenn is the latest subscriber who I've learned has started a channel, so I'm going to be linking up his site here soon. Actually, I might just do it in the comments to this one if I can remember, but if I don't, Glenn will remind me, or you all remind me, and I'll do it later. But in any event, if you all want to make, if you have old sports card binders, from when you're a kid, or if you currently keep cards in binders, I don't generally do it with cards these days, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Anyways, if you did that, that would be awesome. I would absolutely watch every sports card binder video that you may have, and I love to hear the flip in, and I love to hear kind of, what cards are in the binder and why they're there and why you like them and so forth. Anyway, so I was thinking about sports card binders, and I was remembering that I was at a garage sale the other day, and they had some binders, and I bought a couple of them. This is one of them. These were 25 cents. And inside, very importantly, oops, this is upside down. Inside, this is why I bought these two and not any of the other ones, because they had 10 of them. Inside, the binders have a nice D-ring. And these are important for sports cards, because if it's just a circular ring, that will damage your cards when the pages kind of hit up against them, and then the ring will the circular part of the ring will hit the card on the page. So anyways, I got a couple of these binders because I remembered that I have this old dusty box of Ultra Pro 9 card pages that I bought a million years ago. I've had this for I swear to God, 15 years, and I've just never really figured out what I want to put into pages, because honestly, these days I wouldn't want to put any particularly valuable cards in pages, although I'll talk a little bit more about that possibility later, just because I don't know, it feels like taking them in and out is going to cause some possible scratches, and if you're using pages that aren't new, then I'm gonna maybe chew a little bit of gum here. Maybe we'll do some, what is this, blueberry? Some kind of berry. I looked at the box, it is blueberry. Anyways, 9 card pages, are not really great for cards you care about. But recently I was opening some kind of junk era stuff from which these cards came. And I was looking through these cards. These are the cards I pulled out and, kind of tossed the commons. So I'm looking at these cards, I'm like, you know what? I mean, this card is somewhat interesting today. If it graded PSA 10, it'd probably be worth $30-40. This is off-center, I can tell though. But this is kind of an outlier, this card. it's a Hall of Fame rookie card, and it has notoriety because there's a famous error version of this that is extremely valuable. So I think that actually props up the interest in this, non-error card. But anyways, the rest of these, like, look at this Mark McGwire, All-Star Rookie Cup card. Now this card, back, in 1988 was probably worth like a couple of bucks. And when he went on his big home run tear in like the late 90s, this card's probably worth like $4 or $5. So for me, this card has meaning. This card has sort of a history. It has sentimental value. So I like this card, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. So I would not put this card in my collection. I have like a section of my monster boxes where I put my Hall of Famer, so he wouldn't go there. And he's not a modern, player, so he wouldn't go in my modern cards that are sorted by team. So it's like, I don't know what the hell to do with this card. And it was kind of the same with this. Like, Bernie Williams was my favorite Yankee back in the 90s. And, he was a solid Yankee. He has a ton of world championships. Now he's a pretty accomplished jazz guitarist. And a lot of Yankee fans still, really like him. This is his rookie card. This card really has no value, unfortunately, but I love it. And same here. This is kind of like the Mark McGwire card. It once upon a time when Greg Jeffries was like super hot. It's funny though, because his rookie cards were like an '88 Fleer and '88 Donruss, and here he is. Actually, I think did he have an 80? I think he had an '89 Topps as well, but didn't get the I think that was my sump pump that just went. Yeah, now we're gonna hear like water going through the pipes, making its way into the drain. Welcome to summer in Upper Midwest. But yeah, Greg Jeffries didn't manage to get a Topps All-Star Rookie Cup until 1990. But I don't know, this card, I love All-Star Rookie cards. I love, the sentimental value of Greg Jeffries, especially with the Mets, because he was just such a huge phenomenon back then. But this card has no value. And then Greg Vaughn, I just love the Future Star cards as well as the Rookie Cups. Greg Vaughn was probably one of the top, 3 rookies in this 1990 top set. And back, when this stuff came out, this card was probably worth a couple bucks. So it's a great, I feel like it's a cool card to look at and remember and, sort of sentimentalize about, if that's a word. That's not a word though. So all these cards kind of are, like, I don't know what to do with them because they don't have any current value. They're not like Hall of Famers, so they don't go in my Hall of Fame section except for Frank Thomas. But I was thinking, what? Whenever I open junk wax, I kind of have this same problem of, figuring out what to do with these cards. And then I was thinking about my binder thing. And I was like, what would be awesome is a binder with cards that used to be awesome but are pretty much worthless now. Would I put a Frank Thomas in there because he has some value now? I don't know. I might. I very well might. But step one in such a binder would be to go through cards that I have. And I have this giant box over here, connected by a power cable. So, and this has my Hall of Fame cards. Actually, has a bunch of old vintage commons too. But it has my Hall of Fame cards, and it also has a lot of cards I've put that are sort of in this category of cards that I used to love, but don't really have any value. I don't know what these football cards. These are Hall of Fame football cards and Hall of Fame hockey rookie cards. I think I meant to put these in the Hall of Fame section, so I'll put them over there. And then I don't know what these modern cards are doing here. It's kind of strange. These are all cards I would probably put like in rookies and stars sections of my baseball boxes. So I'm just gonna quickly, well, okay, maybe I won't go through these actually. Yeah, these are just sort of in the wrong place, but right behind it you have the start of the section that I'm looking for here, which is, you know, cards that used to be worth a lot, and that, I mean, not a lot, but something that used to be pretty cool, pretty, you know, collectible, but now are not. And so, like, an 85 top second-year Don Mattingly is absolutely in this category because he's not in the Hall of Fame. This used to be probably a $5 or $6 card. You know, it was a second-year card. Now, you know, you'd have a hard time selling this, even though I freaking love this card, I have to say. So he's absolutely going in this binder. You know, Pete Rose and pretty much all the Pete Rose cards from the 80s, you know, kind of like mid to late 80s, I think are absolutely in this binder because he's not a Hall of Famer. And, you know, when I started collecting, when I just started collecting, I was very young. That was probably about 86 or 87. Pete Rose was about the hottest thing on earth because, you know, he just broke the, right here, the most lifetime. Actually, this is most singles, but he also broke the, wow, was it most singles? What the hell was it? I thought it was the hit record. I think he might have broke both, but anyways, yeah, he was the all-time hit record, not just singles. At that time, and people were super jacked about it. Now, Bo Jackson. I absolutely think there's going to be some Bo Jacksons in this binder because, you know, again, when I, you know, was a young collector, he was just hot as, you know, fire. And almost all of his cards were worth, you know, at least $1 back in like '89. And yeah, I don't know. I was going to say everything was at least worth something, but this card, you know, was probably a pretty low end card amongst his cards. Since, you know, his rookies were 87, second year 88, still pretty valuable. 89, you know, probably worth $1. This one maybe not worth $1, but I don't know. I'll think about that one. That's a maybe. Same kind of story with Don Mattingly's, you know, from beyond the mid 80s. Basically after 86, started to become less valuable. So still cool to me, but maybe not worth putting up. Looks like we have another little stray hockey Hall of Famer there. Alright, this one's definitely going in the binder because these all-star team cards were pretty hot stuff. Back in the day, they came out of, I believe, rack packs. Definitely rack packs and also possibly cello packs of 87 Fleer, which I have to say there's probably a lot of cards in 87 Fleer that would qualify for this binder because, you know, that was just such a hot set back in the late 80s, and there were some cool rookies in there, or cool, like, sort of second year or rookie cards in there. Also, this set is going to have a ton of stuff, because back in 86 and 87, when everybody wanted rookie cards, Wally Joyner was, you know, thought to be, and he did have a pretty solid career, wasn't a Hall of Famer by any stretch, but, you know, he was a pretty hot rookie back in 86. This would have been an absolute awesome card to have back then. Bo Jackson, of course. Will Clark, absolutely. Jose Canseco, I mean, kidding me. This is one of the hottest cards in the game. Barry Bonds, yes. So all these are absolute bangers for this binder. And I think I opened a couple of these sets, like in the past, 5 years, and so we're going to see a ton of cards from it. Yeah, wow. So I think we got 3 sets there. Alright, Donnie Baseball. So it's a newer card, not going to go in. A Barry Bonds base probably would not go in. I feel like most of the cards are going to be like rookie cards or second or third year cards for the major players that go into this binder. The game used Rafael Palmeiro. There's some 86. Pujols right there. Roger Clemens. So these are all kind of a little too modern, but I don't know, maybe someday I'll expand this binder to modern. Manny Ramirez, rookie. I think I'm going to put that card in there because definitely Manny Ramirez was a hot commodity for a good chunk of his career, and a nice upper deck rookie would probably have had some nice value to it. And there's Hensley Mullins with, Roberto Kelly. Boy, Roberto Kelly and Hensley Mullins kind of somewhat similar stories, although Roberto Kelly I think had a little more power, staying power with the Yankees and in the game than Hensley Mullins, but both kind of highly touted rookie outfielders for the Yankees that ultimately didn't, kind of match expectations. This card absolutely is going to go there. Nice. This card is just one of the most beautiful cards, I think, in existence, with this bright Future Stars logo, the nice blue jersey of the Royals, the awesome 87 Topps wood grain design that every collector from this era has ingrained into their brain forever. Will Clark, absolutely. I don't think I'm going to put an all-star Mattingly from 87 in there. I might put like a regular Mattingly if we get one. Let's see what else we got in here. So again, some kind of like, second and third year cards of Canseco and Bonds. A little too modern there. That's super modern. This one definitely is going to go in. Mark Grace was absolutely the hottest rookie in the game for a good year and a half stretch. And his 88 Donruss rated rookie is, I think, kind of a marquee card from that era. This is 88 Donruss for the rookies. So it's a less frequently seen card. I don't know if I ever saw this before I pulled it, out of a box when I opened this setup, probably in the last 5 years. Some 87 highlights. These probably would have been pretty dang sweet. I'm going to pull that one out just because it's got the two Bash brothers in an 87 set. These Mattinglys, I'm tempted, but I don't know. Probably won't pull those out. We've got more 86 rookies. This is an error card. What is this from? Oh, this is from like Baseball's Best. It's like a little box, or it's a box set that came like in a big kind of cardboard display with like 6 stacks of cards, cellophane wrapped, I think each one was. And this was an error because that's not Omar Vizquel. I forget who that is. Oh man, who is it? Yeah, I forgot, but you guys will know, I'm sure. So anyways, an error, kind of a cool. I don't think that was ever worth anything because I don't think it got corrected. So just kind of an odd. Some more kind of. Now here's a question: if I run into, I think this is mostly going to be baseball in this section I'm looking to, but I could totally see me doing a basketball and a football version of this binder as well, or section of this binder maybe. I think I'm going to put this 86 Pete Rose. That's pretty sweet looking. Probably put the Bo and the Canseco 86 highlights. Jim Thome rookie. Do I put that in? I don't know. I think I will. This one absolutely I'm going to put in. I remember this card very well because 86 was like the sort of most prominent cards when I started collecting, which I might have been like early 87 or late 86. And this card was a big one that you wanted to pull from your 86 packs. These are all a little bit too late. Greg Gore, this is a guy that I played with on an adult baseball team back in when I lived in Boston. And he found us when we were advertising for players on like Craigslist. Managed to get him on the squad. That was pretty fun. Barry Bonds, Donnie Baseball. I think I'll put that one in just because I remember these ultras being being pretty valuable. Like this was one of the very first, sort of premium sets, along with Stadium Club from Topps. And those two, Fleer Ultra and Stadium Club and Upper Deck, kind of really started the whole current, premium and super premium, direction of the market. I think an 81 P Rose definitely qualifies. This 88 Bo Jackson is very tempting. But I think I'm gonna skip it. I think that card came up previously. I will put this one in because Matt Williams was a pretty talented ball player. Actually, had a pretty nice career. And in his early years, he was a very highly touted prospect and rookie. So definitely goes in there because that card would have been a probably $3 card at some point. All right, we got some basketball. I'm gonna put. I don't know where I put the basketball. All right, there's one of those buyback cards. Older Bo Jackson from his Angels career. Oh boy, look at these. Todd Walker and Todd Helton. These are from 93, 92 maybe. 94. These USA cards were pretty cool because they were the first chance to get, prospects back before Bowman and back before, they really ever made cards of guys before they hit the majors. So these Team USA cards were pretty cool, and they used to come, so these are from Topps Traded. And the first year they did USA team cards was actually in 85 Topps. They did the 84 Olympic team, which I guess is what you would call Team USA back then. And that's where you can find a Will Clark rookie 85. Actually, can you find Will? I can't remember if he's the guy that should have been in that set but wasn't. Oh yeah, he is. He's not in that set, but Mark McGwire is in that set, and he's of course the big name. Corey Snyder's in that set. A couple other guys that back in the 80s were pretty collectible, but not really anybody beyond Mark McGwire anymore is in that set. But anyways, in '88, Topps started putting Team USA players in their traded sets, and that's how these two showed up. So I'm gonna put them in there. I'm not gonna put this in because it's just a second-year Cecil Fielder. But if I see any rookies of Cecil Fielder, I will absolutely put those in. So I'm gonna take the footballs. I will put them kind of in a different section. All right, we got some stuff that's modern. Shouldn't really be in this section, but Judge second year. Is that an SP? A Gallo, I think that is. Can't think of a more useless player to have an SP of. Mookie Betts. I'm trying to think if there's anything that could be valuable in here. Probably not. I mean, this is Series 2018, so you get like Devers rookies. That's about it. And oh man, there's a couple more in there too. All right, get more modern. I'm not sure how this happened, but I'll have to look through those. Gosh, actually, I'm just seeing a bunch of modern. So I think, oh, no. Gotta resort. Alright, here we go, back to the kind of older stuff. Bonds. Topps Chrome Bonds. These are tempting to put in because this was 97, so this was like, when the guy was hitting 8,000 home runs a year. So probably would have had some value back then. Ichiro's I gotta put, well, I don't know where I'm gonna put those. He's been retired for quite a while now. Alright, here we go back. So this is the Grace I was talking about before, just the regular 88 Donruss rated rookie. Everybody wanted this card. One card. Alright, we gotta put every Kevin Moss in here because every Kevin Moss card was worth a fortune for a good 6 months. Like this one back in 1990 when he hit a bunch of home runs in a cluster with the Yankees. has some value. So this is a 2018 Shohei Ohtani Rookie Year card with Mike Trout on there. So I bet that's probably worth. Is that a scratch on there? Is there like a? It looks like it's almost not a scratch. Like there's a microphone cable or something. I'll have to look at online, but examples of that card. See if that little scratch is there, or that little line. Anyways, we'll find some gold here. More Series 1 stuff. I guess Walker Buehler is in there. Verdugo is in here too. Alright, so yeah. We'll do another video looking through these modern cards, seeing if we got any bangers. Other than that Ohtani, which is pretty sweet. Alright, well that's the video for today. I went on for longer than I was maybe imagining, but I hope you guys enjoyed looking through some fun old cards with me. I'm going to put all of these in that binder that I talked about, and then I'll probably do a separate video. I obviously you will have seen all of these cards, but I'm going to find a bunch more and put them in that binder, and then we're going to do a sweet binder video going through there, so you guys can see everything I came up with, and then as I open up more like junk arrow wax, I can put it in that binder, and everything will have a home, other than the commons, which go in the kind of in the garbage bin. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch y'all later. You have a great one. Bye now.